Y'all, I am so sorry. I am getting on at 12:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, y'all. I'm so sorry. But um I really wanted to get on today. It's a new day. I really wanted to get on. I really wanted to speak to you all about this particular topic and message. And I don't consider it robbery at all on my end, being so late. But I do apologize to those of you who have to get up and go to work in the morning. You can always catch this live at a later time. You can always catch it later on today or, whenever you have your free time. So that's the good thing about doing these videos. You don't have to be there at that time. You can always catch them later. But I still decided to go live anyway. I don't know, just to see, I guess, maybe to see, because sometimes I like to go live different times too to see when there'll be a better audience, I guess, or whatever. So here it is now, Thursday morning where I am. I was trying to get on Wednesday night, but how my day went and everything and my night went, here we are. So like I said, whoever cannot catch the live um, this morning, um, you could catch it later. Yeah, you can catch it later, y'all. But I really want to get on, though, for those of you who are up. Yeah, for those of you who are up. Yes, my brothers and sisters. This will be my first time going live this late. But like I said, I guess I get to see, the audience at this time of night or morning. Um, and yeah, but no disrespect though, because I normally don't get on this late at all. And I'm not trying to be a weirdo or anything of that sort, but I feel like I want to go ahead and still do the live and still get this message out and get this information out. Yep. So here we are. Here we are. Thank y'all for joining. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in to the live, my brothers and sisters. If you missed what I was just saying, just real briefly, I'm not trying to be a weirdo or anything, getting on live this late or this early in the morning. I normally don't get on this late, but that's just how the cookie crumbled today, according to my schedule. So I really wanted to get this information out. I really wanted to speak to you all about this topic and, drop you all this information. Okay, I want to teach you all some things, of course, if you don't already know. So I considered it important to go ahead and get on. So here I am, and I thank all of you who are joining me this morning. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Florida, the United States. So here it is 12:07 a.m. And I really appreciate you all for joining in, my brothers and sisters. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sing a little tune and then we gonna go ahead and get in the message, my brothers and sisters, okay? And once again, thank y'all so much for joining in on the live, and salute to all the soldiers and the warriors out there standing strong and firm in the Lord. All right now, all right. So I was just singing a little melody, um, and it goes something like this, just something real simple, just to let a few more people roll on in before I get into the message. So as I was curling my little bang in the front, the little melody came to me like this here. So I was like, through the fire, it really took me higher. Through the fire, it really took me higher. Through the fire, salvation's my desire. Through the fire, salvation's my desire. Okay, oh, through the fire, it really took me higher. Okay, oh, through the fire, salvation's my desire. Through the fire, it really took me higher. Through the fire, salvation's my desire. Through the fire, it really took me higher. Through the fire, salvation's my desire. Through the fire, salvation's my desire. Through the fire, it really took me higher. All right, y'all. So that's just a quick little melody that just came to me while I was in the bathroom trying to curl my little bang back. All right, my brothers and sisters, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you so much, my brothers and sisters. I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you all are in good graces and in good health, my brothers and sisters. So to this morning, I want to speak to you all about how to defeat warlocks, witches, and narcissists. I'm going to say that again. How to defeat warlocks, witches, and narcissists. Okay? So, the first thing that I'm going to tell you about this is, first of all, to be able to defeat any enemy, Satan and his army, we first of all have got to be saved by our Lord Jesus Christ. Okay, we have got to have Jesus in our heart. We have got to be saved. Okay, because he gives us the power over the enemy. He gives us the power to defeat the enemy. Okay, so that's the first things first. Okay, we have to be saved by Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. All right, so that we can possess that same power that he has to be able to defeat our enemies. All right, so that's first thing first, my brothers and sisters. Now, what I really want to kind of like hone in on is the next thing that I'm going to tell you about how to defeat them is a lot of warlocks and witches like to they like to steal your sexual energy. Okay, they like to suck from your sacral energy, okay, which is your sexual energy. All right, so what you will notice a lot with witches and warlocks and even narcissists, okay, because narcissists are, whether they know it or not, and whether you knew it or not, they are a witch or a warlock, okay, depending on what gender they are, of course. All right, so we know that warlocks, just to keep the definition just general, a warlock is a male witch, okay, and then the witch, of course, is a female. So the witches and warlocks and the narcissists, okay, and like I said, narcissists are witches and warlocks, whether they know it or not, okay, because narcissists operate using witchcraft, okay. They do a lot of manipulation, okay. They do a lot of manipulation, which is witchcraft. All right, trying to change the will of others. All right, so that's witchcraft. That's manipulation, is witchcraft. And so whether they know it or not, they are a witch or a warlock. All right. And so what witches and warlocks and narcissists like to do is a lot is they like to have sex. Okay. They love, like, I want to use the I don't know. I'm just going to say they really like to have sex. Okay. If any of you have dealt with a witch or a warlock or a narcissist, which once again, a narcissist falls in the category of either a witch or a warlock. If you can think back to that interaction that you had with them, whether or not you were in a relationship, you know, like a romantic relationship or not, you could have been in a friendship with one. Okay. But we're sticking on maybe the relationship part of it. If you could think back on that, you can remember, or hopefully you can remember that they always wanted to have sex, or they always talked about sex. I mean, even when you first meet them, a lot of times within 5 minutes of your conversation, they will already begin to talk about sex, or they will be touchy-feely, always touching all over your body and things of that sort. You know what I mean? Being very sexual. And like I said, you could have just met this person. Okay. And like I said, 5-10 minutes into the conversation, they already touching all on you, you know, in a sexual way, or bringing up sex. Maybe bringing up what they want to do to you in the bedroom, and so forth and so on. Okay. And this is a tactic that they use a lot, my brothers and sisters, to not only be able to draw and suck from our sexual energy, okay, from our sacral energy, but to also destroy us. Yes, because when they go to pulling on your sexual energy, okay, they are abstracting that from you, and they are using it for themselves. So a lot of times, once again, for all of you or any of you who have dealt with a witch, a warlock, a narcissist, if you can think back, a lot of times you started feeling depleted dealing with these individuals. If you were with them for a significant amount of time, if you think back, you can actually think back and remember times when you barely could get out of the bed. You can think back and remember times where it took so much of your energy just to get up, get showered, brush your teeth, and get yourself dressed for the day. Okay? And a lot of that depletion came from the fact that you were having sex with this witch or warlock. Okay? And they were depleting your energy. They were taking from your life force through sex. Okay? They really, when I tell y'all, my brothers and sisters, please pay attention. This is what they really, this is like the number one tactic on depleting the energy from you. Okay? And destroying you at the same time is by having sex with you. Okay? This is the number one tactic on abstracting your energy, stealing your energy from you and bringing it over to themselves, while while the whole time, I'm sorry, they are destroying you at the same time. Because once again, they are stealing from your life force. Every time you lay down with that demon, or every time you lay down with that devil, they are stealing, abstracting your sacral, sexual energy, and they're using it for themselves. And then from them taking that from you, it is depleting you, therefore it is destroying you, okay? And that's exactly what they intend to do to you. These beings, they ain't no joke. They ain't no joke. They coming in to do what the Bible say the devil come to do. Steal, kill, and destroy. And y'all forgive my little nail right here. I ripped it when I had my nails done on something in my yard. I was doing yard work and it snatched that thing back. That thing was bleeding and hurting all, and I don't want to get all gory and everything, but it looked all funky. So y'all excuse that nail right there, y'all. It's growing back and it's trying to get back in shape. But it looked kind of funky, so y'all excuse me on that tip, but it is what it is. So yes, my brothers and sisters, that's why the scriptures, God don't tell us, you know, to do certain things and to not do certain things for no apparent reason. There is a reason and a purpose behind everything God tells us, because God knows what they do. God knows how they operate. Excuse me. And God is trying to protect us from them, my brothers and sisters. Okay? He's trying to protect us from them. So that's why we have scriptures that tell us to abstain from premarital sex. Okay? And to not be out here fornicating and being an adulterer. Okay? Because of things just like this, what I'm talking about. There are demons. There is the devil, okay, who coming in to steal from you through sex. Also, not only that, they can also put an attachment on you through sex. It's called demon possession. Okay? So every time you lay down with someone, and by the way, I'm not here to judge anybody, my brothers and sisters. I'm just here to speak the word of God, and I'm here to tell the truth. Okay? So it's no condemnation over here. Okay? But I am going to speak the word of God, and I am going to speak the truth. Right? So, anytime you have sex, outside of marriage, that right there puts you in sin, okay? And it leaves you susceptible to catching a demon, okay? Meaning, when I say catch a demon, I'm meaning being possessed by a demon, okay? But definitely, if you are having sex with a person who has a demon attachment to them, when I say demon attachment, and not saying that anybody is slow or anything, but I'm here to teach right now. So when I teach, I have to make myself clear so that the people that I am teaching to can understand what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. So that's why I break things down so that everybody can understand what I'm saying. Okay? That's all. That's it. That's all. I know that all my brothers and sisters are intelligent beings. Okay? But when I'm teaching, I have to break certain things down. So, yes, anytime you lay down with someone, you got to know that you're laying down with their demons as well. If they have demons, you're laying down with their demons as well. And if you are not saved, if you are not in the right space, okay, in life, you can easily be demon possessed. That person could easily transfer those demons from inside of them off onto you or inside of you. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Okay? Now, I'm going to move on, but I think I'm going to end up circling back to the sexual energy at the end of the video, just to emphasize more about it. Okay? Now, another way that you're going to defeat these witches, these warlocks, these narcissists, okay, is going to be by giving them no reaction. Witches, warlocks, and narcissists, they, what's the word? They operate on a low level of being, okay? They have no morals. They have no respect for people and things of that sort. So when I say they operate in a low state of being, that's what I mean, okay? Like people of God and chosen ones, we have morals, we have respect, we have integrity, okay? But they don't. So what they like to do is they like to power up off of your pain, off of your suffering, off of your mishaps, okay? That's how they get energy as well. They get energy off of putting you through pain and suffering and misery. So they will do things like purposely gaslight you and project onto you just to get a reaction out of you, just to see you get upset. And the moment that they see that they got you upset, guess what they doing? They smiling. Okay? The whole time you was with them all day long, they might have been pouting, frowning, mad, with a unit on their face. Because they trying to figure out, how can I get them to feel like I feel? And how can I get myself to feel how they feel? So if you've ever been with a witch, a warlock, a narcissist, if you think back, especially with like I said, narcissists are witches and warlocks, but with a narcissist, okay, narcissists ain't never happy unless you're unhappy. They will be walking around. I ain't talking about the show they put on in front of people, because when they in front of friends, family, and other people, they will act like they happy. They will put on that show. But behind closed doors, when you two are together, okay, alone, they always mad. They always got a unit on their face. I'm talking about they wake up mad. You can have everything you ever wanted and needed with a narcissist, okay? And when y'all wake up in the morning, you smiling and they over there frowning. They over there mad, okay? And then it's like, why you mad? We just woke up. We blessed. We got everything we ever wanted and need, and you're mad. What's up? I'm going to tell you what's up. They are never happy unless you're unhappy. They vibrate so low on a low level of being, okay, that they don't get happy unless they make somebody else unhappy. So they will consistently do little things throughout the day to try to trigger you, okay, and things of that sort, just to piss you off, just to make you mad. And once they see that they have pissed you off or they have made you mad, my brothers and sisters, that's when you will notice that frown turn to a smile with a narcissist, witch, or warlock. Okay? So, how to defeat them? Don't give them a reaction. Don't give them a reaction. Because when you don't give them that reaction that they are looking for, now they even matter. Now they are perplexed because they trying to figure out why I couldn't make them mad when I just did that. I'm even more madder because I'm trying to power up. You got to remember, my brothers and sisters, these are demons. These are either demons or the devil operating in someone's body. Okay? And so they get their energy, they get their power up off of making you miserable, off of making you unhappy. So as long as you happy, they not. But the moment they see that they can make you mad, piss you off, make you unhappy, make you uneasy, make you worried, make you stressed, they gonna smile ear to ear. Yes. So don't give them a reaction, my brothers and sisters. Try your hardest, try your best to not give them what they want. And what they want is that reaction. Another way to defeat a witch, warlock, or narcissist is by keeping your self-esteem. Do not allow them to kill your self-esteem, because that's exactly what they come to do. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you loving yourself and loving on yourself. They don't like to see you, go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Go get a haircut. Go buy you a new wardrobe and things of that sort. They can't stand it because they want to be the center of attention all the time. And they feel like anybody else is blocking out their spotlight. They feel like anybody else is taking their spotlight. So they don't want you to have any self-esteem. Once again, they feed off of your energy. And they really don't care what type of energy it is. But they definitely want that negative energy that you will project from being upset or being worried. So they will try to kill your self-esteem. And how you defeat that is by keeping your self-esteem, keeping your self-respect. Okay, my brothers and sisters? Don't let them tear you down and beat you down, because that's exactly what they will try to do. They will call you every name in the book but a child of God. And they're very They can be, some of them, very covert with it. Okay. Very passive aggressive with some of the things they say and do towards you. And it's all meant to try to tear you down, to try to tear down your self-esteem. If they can do that to you, that would definitely make their day. Definitely. Because once again, the goal is to come in and to kill, steal, and destroy, my brothers and sisters. Don't let them kill your self-esteem. Also, do not let them pull on your heartstrings, my brothers and sisters. Warlocks, witches, narcissists, they love to play the victim. They love to come in with this victim mentality. Oh my goodness. I mean, when you first meet them, they will begin to tell you their whole life story about, how they were abused as a child and, excuse me, how they were wronged. And I'm not taking light on anyone going through any type of abuse at any age. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is, a lot of times these witches, these warlocks, these narcissists, they'll be telling you a whole lie. They might tell you this whole elaborate story about, how they were supposedly abused so bad when they were little. And then you get to speaking with some of their family members if you're ever I was going to say lucky enough, but that's not the word. And I don't even believe in luck. But if you ever get a chance to meet like some of their family members or friends or anything, you will quickly find out with a lot of them that the story that they told you was a whole lie, a whole entire lie. This is exactly how manipulative they are, and manipulative they can be. So you can't even believe the things that they tell you. Okay, because it may be a whole elaborate lie. And then you have some of them who actually may be telling you the truth, but they may have exaggerated the story that they told you. And so you once again may get to talking to some of their old friends and family and find out that they totally exaggerated that story that they told you. Okay. But once again, it's not funny for anyone to be abused. Okay. But I'm just making a point about how they will lie a lot of times about being abused. And so they will play this victim role, down to the core. They always are playing the victim. And they are the victimizer. Most of the time, they are the victimizer. But they will spin the narrative around to make you believe that they are the victim. And it goes beyond just their childhood stories. I mean, they will do this on a day-to-day basis, playing the victim. They may come home, you may be in a relationship with them, and they may come home and give you this sob story about how people at work are doing them so wrong and blah, 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 blah. And then later on down the road, come to find out, they the whole bully on the job. They the one bullying people on the job. They ain't no victim. You see what I'm saying? And so they will try to pull on your heartstrings And that's called emotional manipulation. So don't allow them to do it. Once you start recognizing the signs of a narcissist, of a witch, of a warlock, then you begin, or you should, I strongly suggest that you start fighting back, combating them, combating their manipulation tactics against you. Okay? So once you start picking up on these things and you begin to see, okay, I'm working with a whole narcissist out here. I'm working with a whole witch or a warlock out here. I see this, and this. I know what I'm working with. So now I know how to defeat them. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why I'm bringing y'all this information, because we got to know how to defeat them. Because if we don't defeat them, then what you think gonna happen? They'll end up defeating you. If you don't defeat them, they'll end up defeating you. And I rebuke that in the mighty name of Jesus. We shall not be defeated. We are covered in the blood of Jesus. And we are more than a conqueror. And we are victorious, my brothers and sisters. So don't let them pull on your heartstrings, my brothers and sisters. Hold them accountable. Because a lot of times, the reason why they are playing the victim all the time is because they don't want to be held accountable. They hate to be held accountable for their bad actions and bad decisions. And so that's when they come in with the sob stories, playing the victim, so that no one holds them accountable. But everybody will be so emotionally manipulated that they totally overlook the fact that this person needs to apologize. Or this person needs to, hold themselves accountable. They need to fess up. They need to tell the truth. They need to do the right thing. And that's one of their biggest fears. It's one of them. One of their biggest fears is to be held accountable, my brothers and sisters. So do not let the witch, the warlock, the narcissist pull on your heartstrings. Hold them accountable. All right. The last thing I want to talk to you about in regards to defeating them and how to defeat them is to go no contact. I strongly recommend that the moment that you realize that you are dealing with a witch, a warlock, or a narcissist, and even some toxic people as well. Not all toxic people you have to do this with, but some of them you do when they are on the severe end of toxicity. And that would be going no contact, my brothers and sisters. Meaning, separate yourself from them and keep it that way. You might want to block their phone numbers, okay, so they can no longer call you. In some instances, you may even have to move, because a lot of these type individuals with these type spirits on them, they will begin to stalk you. Okay. And this is coming from experience. Okay. That's how I can talk to y'all about this, because I've been through this. I'm currently still going through it. I have a narcissistic warlock, okay, who is stalking me, been stalking me for years, just won't let it go. But it's more to that story, but I'm not going to get in too much detail on this particular video. I want to stay on topic, okay? But in some instances, you may even have to pick up and move to get away from these toxic beings, okay? So going no contact is what I strongly recommend. The moment that you discover that, hey, I'm dealing with a witch here. Hey, I'm dealing with a warlock here. Hey, I'm dealing with a narcissist here. Go no contact. Because I guarantee you, they are not going to change. They are not going to change, honey. I can guarantee you they're not. Okay? Most of them. I'm not saying that it's impossible, because nothing is impossible. I'm not saying that it's impossible for them to change. But most of them, they're too far gone. They've been turned over to a reprobated mind. And it takes a lot of work to get themselves in good standing with God. And a lot of them are either not, what's the word I'm looking for? They're not willing to put in that work to change themselves. And it's God who does the change. But see, we have to have the will, and we have to move our feet in order to be able to change. And a lot of them are lazy. They don't want to put in the work to change. Okay? So, that's one of the reasons. And the other reason is that they may have just lost their soul to the devil, or sold their soul to the devil. Because let's be real, we can't pretend that it ain't people out here who out here really selling their souls to the devil. Whether it be for money, whether it be for fame, whether it be for God knows what. People sell their souls for different reasons, but some of the main reasons are to get money, to get fame. Okay? So if they have gone about and sold their soul to the devil, to Satan, to Sam, there's nothing that you can do about that, unless, once again, they are willing to try and get their soul back. Because there is a way to get your soul back. I have made a video about that as well. I'm not going to get into it on this video. If you are interested in learning about how to get your soul back from the devil, go check that video out. I am not exact. I think the title says something along the lines of how to get your soul back from the devil, or something like that. It's in the title. I can't remember the exact name of the title of the video, my brothers and sisters. But if you are interested, I have a whole video out teaching people on how they can get their souls back. Okay. So that's why I say go no contact. Because a lot of these individuals are not willing to put in the work to make a change. A lot of them are comfortable in their living, in the ways that they operate. They like being evil. Yes. A lot of them like being evil. Another thing with the no contact is you may even have to go as far as telling friends and family to not give that individual your new phone number. Let's say you go no contact, you end up having to change your phone number because you put them on block, but they still finding ways to still call you through other people. So you decide to change your phone number. Okay. And you change your phone number. Now you got to tell friends and family, hey, if such and such asks you for my number, my new number, do not give it to them. And yes, it can get that deep when it comes to these individuals, because we all got to understand that witches, warlocks, narcissists, once again, they are possessed with some type of entity, some type of evil, wicked entity. Okay. And so they tend to be very possessive and very controlling. Okay. These entities seem to think that they own you. Okay. So they will begin to stalk you, calling your friends, your family, doing all types of things. They may come up to your job. That's another thing. You may have to tell your job, your boss, your coworkers that if this individual, shows up on the premises, to call the laws, because they are not welcome there. They may actually try to do something to harm you or to hurt you on your job. That's how diabolical these individuals can get. Remember, it's just a body, it's just a vessel, but it's what's inside of that body, it's what's inside of that vessel that is attacking you. And they tend to want to possess you. They tend to think they own you. They are very, very controlling. And so these are some of the measures that you may have to take just to get away from them. Like I said, I've been going through this for about at least 14 years with this same narcissist, with this same warlock who seems to believe that he owns me. Okay? So when it comes to going no contact, these are some of the things that you may actually have to do just to make sure that there is no contact between the two of you. You may even have to go down and get a restraining order, which is something that I also had to do. You may also have to go down and get a restraining order on these individuals, just to get the point across that you do not want to deal with them anymore. And you are trying to protect yourself while doing so, because these individuals can get violent. They can get belligerent. Okay. And so there can definitely be instances where you have to even go down and put the laws and get the law involved with it, and get a restraining order on these individuals. So I advise you to, when you encounter a witch, a warlock, or a narcissist, I would definitely advise you to get away from them as soon as possible and stay away from them, because they are very dangerous. They are very dangerous. And we don't fear anything or anyone, but the Lord did give us common sense, my brothers and sisters. Okay? Common sense enough to know to not put ourselves in harm's way. Okay? So yeah, how to defeat them definitely also is to go no contact. And when you go no contact, it is definitely going to drive them crazy, because they no longer have what they perceived that control over you anymore. And when they feel like they have lost all control, or they are losing control, that's when it get real in the field. That's when they really become dangerous. Okay? They may begin to try to take you up out of this world, all because they feel like they have lost all control over you. All because they don't want anyone else to have you. And so it can get real dangerous real quick with these individuals. And so that's why I say go no contact and keep it that way. Because I can guarantee you, if you give a witch, a warlock, a narcissist the opportunity to come back into your life, when they come back, they're not going to let you know. But in the back of their mind, they coming back with a vengeance. They coming back with revenge on their mind. Because that's just how low level they are in their thinking and their being. Once again, when I was telling y'all in the beginning of the video, they don't have morals. They don't have integrity and self-respect and respect like we do. Okay? So they take it as an attack on them from you when you go no contact. When all you were doing was simply trying to protect yourself from an abuser, from a user, from a leech. But they took that as, how dare you? And so if you allow them to come back, I can guarantee you they're going to come back with a vengeance. And now they're going to try to destroy your life even the more, and try to take it on top of that. They're going to try to finish you. And it's sad and unfortunate that we have people and beings out here like that. But we do. There are people and there are beings that are out here in this world that operate just like that. So we got to beware, and we got to protect ourselves. And that's why I'm sitting here today giving y'all the tools on how to defeat a warlock, a witch, and a narcissist. I also have other videos as well called How to Combat a Witch, a Warlock, and Narcissist. And so this is a little add-on, okay? Because, like I said, what I was going to come back to from what I was speaking about in the beginning of this video, and I'm not going to be in here much longer. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, y'all. But they really, really want your sexual energy. See, they get energy off of the things that I just spoke to you about, okay? They get energy off of your reactions if you give them that reaction that they want. They love to see you cry. They love to see you mad. They love to see you sad. That all fuels their fire. They love to see how they can tear down your self-esteem. They love to feel like, hey, I just tricked them. When they come with those sob stories, you know, pulling on your heartstrings, playing the victim. Oh, that makes them smirk and smile inside. They may not let you see them smirking and smiling, but I guarantee every time that they come and play the victim with you and they know they lying, okay, but you fell for it, oh, that old narc, that old witch, that old warlock is smirking and laughing and smiling on the inside because they get off on knowing that they can trick someone. It's like an accomplishment to them that they can run around tricking people, making people believe something that is not true, and getting something out of it. Like, just real quick, an example, they might tell you they lost their wallet and they got to pay their light bill today or their lights are going to be cut out. Whole time they lying. But you had empathy. That's why they love empaths. They love empathetic people. Because empathetic people are usually givers and we're usually understanding. So if they can get off on you and get you to give them that light bill money or just some of that light bill money, knowing that they told you a big bold-faced lie, they ain't lost their wallet or nothing like that, that makes them feel accomplished. That fuels their fire, my brothers and sisters. But the main thing that they like to use, the main energy source is going to be sex, S-E-X. They're going to try to fuel their fire, fuel themselves up by having sex with you and pulling from your sexual, sacral energy. And like I said before, every time they pull from you in that manner, they're taking from you. They're depleting you. And it's building them up, but it's tearing you down. So I want y'all to remember that. And I also want y'all to remember, before I get off, my brothers and sisters, to screen these individuals. For those of you all who are single, and you're dating, men may be trying to find their wives. Women may be waiting on their husbands to find them. So, of course, you got to get to know a person in order to have a relationship, in order to get married. So there's a dating process. Nothing wrong with that. But make sure, or pay attention, rather, to what these people are saying. How quick is it for them to start talking about sex? How quick is it for them to begin to start putting their hands all over your body or on certain parts of your body, such as your butt, such as your breast, such as your waist, you know, things of that sort? I guarantee you they will begin to show the signs early on, witches, warlocks, and narcissists, when it comes to the sex. Because a lot of them are sex addicts. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them are. And the main reason being is because that's how they're getting their main source of energy boost, is by having sex with you. You see what I'm saying? And other people, because a lot of them are not faithful either. And I don't want to get too deep into everything, but as I'm going along, I'm just thinking of other things. You know, a lot of them are not even faithful. Because of that entity that is on them, it has that witch, that warlock, that narcissist having sex with multiple different people. Even if they are married, they will still be running around here slanging that wood or slanging that kitty cat. Just saying. Because that is how they are sucking up that energy that they need to thrive or to survive. And that is also how they are taking from your creativity and depleting you. Ultimate goal is to destroy you. Yes. So pay attention, my brothers and sisters. This go both ways, men and women. Okay. Who all they want to do, all they want to talk about is sex. You might be dealing with a witch, warlock, or narcissist right off the bat. And don't allow someone, and I'm just saying this right here out of love, don't allow someone to jump up and down in between your legs. But then if you ask them to buy you a $2 water from the store because you're thirsty, they won't do it. That's a no-no. You're selling yourself short there, my brothers and my sisters, if you allow something like that. Because you are worth more than that. A person should not be trying to get in between your legs, but yet they won't even take you on a date. A person should not be able to get in between your legs, but they don't want to be seen out in public with you. That's a no-no, my brothers and sisters. Love yourselves. You are worth more than that. Hold them accountable, because that falls in the lines of holding them accountable. How am I good enough for you to have sex with, but I'm not good enough for you to take out in public? How am I good enough for you to have sex with, but I'm not good enough for you to take out on a date? How am I good enough for you to have sex with, but I'm not good enough for you to take me to meet your family or even your friends? Well, then that means we don't need to be intermingling. We don't need to be having that sex then, sister or brother. Because I'm not opening myself up to someone who can't respect me enough to buy me a $2 water when I'm thirsty, if I ask them to, or if I even need them to. And that's even worse if you know, need them to. You know, you out thirsty. Let's say you left your wallet. Y'all out, y'all went on a walk and it's a hot day, sunny day outside. And you say, oh, can you buy me some water? I'm so thirsty. And then they, oh, I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I can't do it. Huh? You can't what? But just last night, we was getting it on. Or just last night, you was trying to get it on with me. I was good enough for that. But then today, it's hot outside. I done messed around and left my wallet at home or my purse at home. And I just asked you, can you buy me a $2 water from the store? And now you telling me, oh, no, you ain't got it? Cut it immediately if somebody treats you like that, my brothers and sisters. And I'm just being real. You know, this is how life goes in certain instances and circumstances. No, I'm not condoning premarital sex or anything like that, but I'm just saying we're going to be real here on this channel. I'm real on my channel. I know that it happens. Shoot, I done it before. You know what I mean? I done had premarital sex. I done fornicated before. So I know how it go. But what I'm saying to you all is to not sell yourself short. You are worth more than that. And that definitely should point out to you that you may be dealing with a witch, a warlock, or a narcissist if they want to treat you like that. Or, you know, when they try to treat you like that. As a matter of fact, a good way of weeding these warlocks, witches, and narcissists out is by early on, you know, when you guys first start dating, first start talking, mention that you are celibate, or mention that you are abstinent, you're practicing abstinence, and see how quick they run. See how quick they get off that phone call with you. And then all of a sudden, they don't want to answer the phone for you no more when you call them. Or you notice that the phone calls are drying up from them. Put them to the test. You know what I mean? That's a sure way of weeding out witches, warlocks, and narcissists who just want to use and abuse you. You let them know early on. And I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm just giving suggestions here right now. You know what I mean? Because this can save you a whole lot of time, a whole lot of heartache, and a whole lot of heartbreak. You see what I'm saying? to know if someone is with you just to try to get in between your legs and get your sexual sacral energy, or if they really there for the long haul, if they really there to get to know you for you. If you go ahead and mention, well, hey, I'm celibate, or hey, I'm practicing abstinence for a little while because, I feel like I want to work more on my creativity, or, such and such and such, etc. And if they just there to use and abuse you, which is usually going to be, not always, but usually it's going to be a witch, warlock, or narcissist, you'll see how quick they take off. You'll see how quick they take off and try to ghost you. Because now they realize, oh, he or she ain't giving up the goods. And that's all I'm really here for, is to try to get the goodies. And maybe even some money. So you might want to test them on that too. You know what I mean? You might want to test them on the money tip too and see how quick they go or they stay. But if they decide to stay, then okay, you might got you something. It's not 100%, but you might got you something. Because they didn't decide to pick up and run and ghost you for the simple fact of you telling them that you're celibate or that you practice abstinence. Okay? So, y'all, I think I did enough talking and got my bullet points across. I also just want to say one more thing. Dealing with these type of beings, my brothers and sisters, we have got to stay in prayer. We have got to pray our protection in the Lord, okay? And we also have to speak what we want. We have to command, because God gave us the power and the authority, okay, and dominion in this earth. And whatever we speak is what we will have. Okay? And he gave us the power to command things. Okay? So, dealing with these witches, these warlocks, and these narcissists, we want to stay prayed up. We want to pray our protection. And we want to also command that demon. You could say, I command, this demon to flee my home right now in the mighty name of Jesus. You don't have any power and authority over me, demon. Things of that sort. We have to start using our words, because our words is what? Power. Yes, our words is power. So, I think that is all, my brothers and sisters. I'm going to just go through the comments, breeze through them real quick, y'all. And then I'm going to get on up off of here, because I do have to still get up in the morning early. We at 1:17. I think I've been on for an hour now. But, hey, I brought y'all some very pertinent information that I definitely know will help you all on defeating these witches, warlocks, and narcissists. Okay? So, I love you all, and I always come and bring y'all what I have learned and what God has taught me personally, and the revelation knowledge God has given me. I always bring that to y'all. and always will, as long as God allows me. Okay? So I'm going to just breeze through these comments real quick. Thank y'all once again for joining this live so late tonight or so early in the morning. Okay? So let's see here. Thank you. I can't see. It looks like it says like penguin something. Said I'm very beautiful. Thank you and stay strong. Thank you so much. You stay strong as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, we definitely talking about Jesus, and it's definitely in the best way, not in the less way. Yes, you definitely want to get rid of that crystal. Okay. If it's telling you to do demonic things, you want to get rid of it. Definitely. Immediately get rid of it. Um wicked witch, you might want to email me, okay, for some spiritual coaching. Okay. And how you do that is you just email me. You let me know what date and time, is best for you. And I'll let you know if that's okay with me. And then we'll set up a session and then we can go from there with your questions. Okay. My email is on the description portion of my videos, which is Fiya1m at gmail.com. And Fire is Fiya, flame, FLAME 01 at gmail.com. But it's also in my description portion of the videos. Okay. All right. So, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope this information helps you all. This is your sister Fire. Love to all. And until next time, peace.